Now, to many sci-fi fans around the world, she may be best known as Rose Tyler, the travelling companion in space and time for the 9th and 10th incarnations of the Doctor in BBC's Doctor Who. But Billie Piper has an extensive career on screen, on both TV and on film. And today we're going to look at 7 of the best performances of Billie Piper. So, without further ado, let's do it. Hey there, Tim from Screen OD here. I hope you're doing well and having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate everyone who supports the channel here on Screen OD. And if you like Billie Piper, this is a video that I think you are really going to like, because we're going to count down 7 of the best performances from TV and from film from Billie Piper over the next few minutes. Before we get started, just a quick reminder that if you like TV and movies, you could probably do a lot worse than subscribing to the Screen OD channel. That's because then you get everything delivered direct to your feed. You can just put your feet up, sit back, relax, and your streaming life will get better. And of course, if you like this video, why not hit that like button, and then more like-minded people get to see the content, which is all good news. If you like Doctor Who, because there is of course a connection here, you might like to see our Best Matt Smith performances video that's up there. And we've got David Tennant's best TV shows, as well as some other content that we have handpicked for you and popped up there, so you can maybe watch those after you've watched this. But let's start our list now at number 7 with one of the best performances from Billie Piper. It is a period piece, it's a costume drama, and it's Mansfield Park. Everyone loves a Jane Austen adaptation, right? Well, hopefully you do, because this 2007 film saw Billie Piper take the leading role as Fanny Price in a new version of the timeless novel. Following the story of Fanny, who is sent by her poor mother to live a completely new life with wealthy relatives on the Mansfield Park estate, this is a story of forbidden love, of moral dilemmas, and of class conflict. Heading a British cast alongside Michelle Ryan and Blake Ritson, Piper won much praise for her performance in this film. Now, at number 6, we've probably cheated a little bit, because really there's 2 things at number 6, but we couldn't have had 6 and 5, because then we would have had to have number 1 go to number 0, and that doesn't really work in this sort of list unless we kind of reinvent them, which we're not willing to do today, but perhaps in the future. So we've got The Ruby and the Smoke and The Shadow in the North put together, and to be fair, Billie Piper does play the same character in both, and they're very much connected. The eagle-eyed and Doctor Who crossover aficionados will have noticed that Matt Smith was also in that last film. We didn't make a big deal of it then, but I've made a big deal of it now. Probably shouldn't have done in many ways. But let's move on to number 5, which is another period piece, this time much darker, much more gothic. It's Penny Dreadful. This big-budget Anglo-American series is set in late Victorian England and has a title based on Penny Dreadfuls. It's a type of magazine that was published at the time, telling stories on sensational subjects. Starring many characters and drawing influences from a great deal of 19th century Gothic fiction, Piper stars as Brona Croft, or Lily Frankenstein, in the series, an Irish immigrant who is trying to escape a brutal, violent and extremely disturbing past and find a new and better life. At number 4, we move forward more than 100 years from Victorian times to the modern day for a political thriller and detective series which combines to make for an excellent show. It is, of course, you've probably guessed it, Collateral. Written and created by David Hare, this 2018 series stars another Doctor Who alumnus, don't blink, Carey Mulligan, and is a detective story that focuses on what happened to a pizza delivery driver who is gunned down on the street close to the home of an MP's ex-wife. Piper plays the aforementioned ex-wife character Karen Mars with brilliant chaos in a series that has an excellent cast, including Nicola Walker, Jenny Spark and John Sim, in a story that weaves together many lives and stories in an intriguing tale of deception. Are you starting to wonder what's made it into the top 3? Well, you don't need to, because we're into the top 3, and you don't have to wonder, because the whole point in this list is I just tell you what's next. And next is Secret Diary of a Call Girl. Spoiler alert. Oh, I should have said that before. Anyway, it's Secret Diary of a Call Girl. Based on the diaries and blog posts of a high-class call girl in London known as Belle de Jour, this series was written by Lucy Prebble, who Piper would go on to collaborate with again on I Hate Suzie. Piper plays the lead role of Hannah/Belle, a young woman leading a double life as a call girl in the capital, and focuses on both her private and professional lives as they become increasingly mixed up and complicated. A hit with critics and fans, the show stands out for its drama and humour delivered with real real style by an excellent Billie Piper. Now, hate is a very strong word, but unfortunately it is one that I'm going to have to use in the intro to number 2 on our list, because it is I Hate Suzie. I Hate Suzie is a dark comedy that tells the story of Suzie Pickles, a former teenage pop star and actress, as her life is thrown into turmoil when her phone is hacked and compromising photos of her are leaked online. What transpires is an at times chaotic whirlwind around Suzie as she tries to save her marriage, ensure her waning career gets back on track, and that she is able to protect her deaf son from the media spotlight that has suddenly come shining on her family. Piper is brilliant, playing Suzie at the centre of this storm. The question that everyone asks themselves all the way through a countdown list is, what's going to be at number 1? Well, you don't need to ask yourself anymore, because we're about to answer that question. We have arrived at number 1, and as if by magic, here it is. Here is the answer to that question that you have been asking. Do you know what it is? Can you guess what it is? Yes, it's Doctor Who. For many Doctor Who fans, Rose Tyler is the original and the best companion of the modern era of the BBC's Sci-Fi show, having the very first episode, indeed, of the rebooted era named after her. Travelling with both Christopher Eccleston's 9th Doctor and David Tennant's 10th Doctor, Rose is involved in many of the best Doctor Who episodes of that modern era. Praised by critics and fans alike for her crafted portrayal of the companion, Piper made a welcome return with Rose for the 50th anniversary special of the show, and many still hope to see her again in the series, especially now Russell T Davies, who introduced her in the first place, is coming back as showrunner. Well, who knows? Right, so that's it. That is your 7 best Billie Piper performances on TV and on film. What did you think of it? Was there anything missing that you thought should have been included? Or are there things on there that you would take away? You can leave in the comments below what you think and what your own lists might be. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said at the top, we really appreciate everyone who supports the channel. If you do like what we do consider subscribing if you haven't already. And please like the video if you like the video. Go and watch all the videos across Screen OD if you want a better streaming life. But until next time, we'll see ya.